those challenges here. I know some of this teenage pregnancy, dilemma, that's when they want to claim equality with their mom and etc. So all these things will have some consequences. And some of these consequences they stress them, and then they can precipitate behavioral problems. These features we also produce, like I said, this open flower to that, so everybody felt this and that. Sexual abuse, physical abuse is also common. And then so this time too, they are also struggling with relationship problems and then academics and etc. And so expectation too. Societal expectation, probably you put your girl in school, you expect how this girl should be this and this and that. At that time too, their emotion too. So they are more sensitive than guys around that time. So if they fail, that failure could also precipitate some issues. So then these are the age too. I call experimentation. These are the age you also want to experiment with drugs. Even now, Osrc pick up tó wà láàrin ọkùnrin àti obìnrin tá oògùn olóró àti oògùn olóró náà máa ń gbé wọn àwọn obìnrin wọn ti compete wọn tẹ̀ tí bá wọn close ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ so ẹ̀ wá rí tẹ́lẹ̀ bí a rí bí ratio 3:1 nísìnyí báyìí ó ti fẹ́ bọ́ sí ratio 1 to almost 1:1 so substance abuse and etc. And so how do we know that these babies they have issues? Number one, social withdrawal. About withdrawal from society. The loss of interest. We lose interest in relationship, in food, etc. And then again, it comes with eating. So I'm not so suddenly is withdrawn, not willing to eat, etc. It also gives some. Some of them, when they probably are enough, they draw significant drop in academic performance. Yes. Sharing one of the things that must often sometimes sharing mental health issue, either in boys or in girls or in men. Number one, some of them could start could be just gradual, the amount of serious amount happened here. Some of them may also start suddenly. Those ones are acute, and then there will be these manifestations, physical aggression, etc., shouting, behavioral, obvious, overt behavioral change that people will see and people will say, this person is sick. But the dangerous one is the one that starts gradually, insidiously. So people will not know. So when one day they just be forms of just gradual drop in academic performance. So the girl will be doing so well. Maybe who is becoming irritable. When you speak to her, become irritable. Playing fancy, running away from home, all those things. Not sleeping well, etc. And then, of course, the obvious one: aggressions, hearing voices, talking to themselves. Being paranoid, having a delusion, somebody's after my life, somebody's discussing me, my friends, the common thing that people really believe that they are friends, I'm jealous of them, all their friends are gossiping about them and that's so when they are becoming so sensitive to that, because normally, people gossip about anything about people. So if you are, as long as you are human, people must gossip about you, we must talk about you. But when you now have a guest who is always talking about that, my friends are gossiping about me, you can't even forget me, that is also good. We can't touch everything. I'm not going to touch àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n á dédé ṣe àwọn kankan especially àwọn obìnrin wa tó bá ṣe ìtawà máa kọ́kọ́ rò ní láti kò ṣe ìyàlẹ́mọ́ ní àwọn èèyàn ló ń ṣe tí a bá rí àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ olóyè ká yà sí.
àwọn nǹkan pé bóyá àwọn kan tí dókítà wa ti sọ Dr. Sayo ti sọ bóyá ó withdraw pé èèyàn ti máa tọ́jọ́ yàyà tẹ́lẹ̀ tó máa ń ṣeré níwọ̀nba tí ó kàn ṣàyẹ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan kan ṣeré mọ́ tó kàn ṣàdánù láì tó máa dá wà wọ́n máa sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ lè lo àwọn tó lè lò àwọn tó lè lò I need my privacy ìbò lọ́nà òyìnbó yẹn wọ́n máa ti sọ lọ́ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àbí àwọn kan tó ti interest wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá tẹ̀ síwájú wọn pé wàá feel excited tí ò tẹ̀ wá tí ò ní mínìtì wọn tẹ́ bá ti ń rí gbogbo àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àbí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti pé kọ́ má máa sùn ohun ara àìsàn ọpọlọ ní tí mo bá tún lè sùn tó bá tún sùn jù either not sleeping at all or oversleeping ẹlòmíì tó bá wà depressed ó lè wà lórí bed 24 hours of the day kó má dìde ẹ̀yẹ náà ó ti ní jù but ẹlòmíì kò tún ní ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti pé ká má rí oorun sùn àwọn ọmọ mi wọ́n á press phone 24 hours of the day wọ́n ti wà addicted ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ bá ti rírun nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀dùn àwa sí ní doctor ní psychiatrist hospital èyí ní psychiatrist àìsàn ọpọlọ ní ṣe dárúkọ má sùn ó ń dẹ́rù báyìí ṣe dárúkọ ẹ̀rẹ́ máa gbé wa wá bẹ̀ wọ́n ti gba owó yóò ti believe fún fẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ stigma owó yóò ti believe wípé ẹnikẹ́ni tó wá ti lè wọ géètì yẹn àwọn ọpọlọ ló ń ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n ṣòtọ̀ kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ìlú ìfẹ́ wà lóòótọ́ kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a bá sọ pé àìsàn ọpọlọ bí àìsàn ọkàn ṣe wà bí ti tara ṣe wà bí ti ọmọya ọsà ṣe wà gbogbo ẹ̀ tí táwa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ anything brain àdèmọ̀ pé brain yìí ló ń control gbogbo ara mo ṣe ń gbọ́ mo ṣe ń gbẹ̀sẹ̀ brain yìí ló ń control tí bá fẹ́ sùn tí bá fẹ́ jọ brain yìí ló ń control tá a bá ti rí any abnormality in any child behaviour the best thing to happen to our check brain because tí brain bá ti ní you inú behaviour ló ti máa ṣe pé inú máa ń ṣe pé bóyá àyà máa rẹ̀ wá àbí kọ̀ọ̀kan no inú ìwà ṣíṣe láti máa mú ẹ wá ti rí nǹkan tí ò dánmọ́ nínú ìwà ṣíṣe ẹnikẹ́ni ọpọlọ ní gbogbo ọkàn láti tó ẹ̀yìn wọn máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn tí ìgbésẹ̀ àwọn tí a lè rí lára àwọn ọmọbìnrin wa ká máa fi mọ̀ tó dàbí ẹni pé nǹkan kan ń ṣe wọ́n díẹ̀ ká má kàn máa fojú di àwọn nǹkan míì àwọn dókítà wa sì ti gbìyànjú láti máa ṣàlàyé fún wa ẹ bá rí tó kàn déédéé dá wà tó ń dá dúró tó ń dá ṣe tó kàn tí gbogbo ewé ẹni tó ti ń kàwé kankan lọlẹ̀ ń ká yẹ̀ wò dáadáa ẹ gbọ́ dókítà wọ́n ní poverty condition Nàìjíríà wọ́n ló ń jẹ́ kí àwọn obìnrin wa kan ní pàápàá jùlọ condition ìdílé ṣòótọ́.
Ọ̀tọ̀ tí ẹ bá máa ń gbé àwọn speaking ìlú wa ní nísìnyí.
ẹ máa ní ìsìn.
Ìṣẹ́rí when it comes to mental health issue aside from the reproductive health of women that make them to be different gbogbo nǹkan tó every other thing every other factors that affect me also affect so like I said last time I was here I said I'm not sorry for mental illness so say to be mental illness that is true so say to go see either irrespective of your age irrespective of your gender irrespective of your background either you are financially okay or you don't have or you are also financially okay the other way but then you know we all know poverty it brings a lot of stress. You know, you want to do something and then you don't have money. Poverty brings stigmatization. Poverty brings discrimination. You know, if somebody is also sick and then you don't have money to buy drug to go to the hospital, that illness will progress, affect the brain, and then cause issues. You know, most of these young girls, you know, there are some basic things that they need to take care of themselves. You know, like, we talk about menstruation. A girl who is normally when a woman is doing menstruation, she also needs money, you know, sanitary pads, etc. So when those things are not there, you know, and is our friends, they have those resources at their disposal, all those things, you know, psychologically it's that thing. So generally, poverty has been associated with mental illness because of all other factors, other, you know, problems associated with poverty. So it's not really the poverty itself, but the problem associated with poverty. Poverty will cause overcrowding. Poverty will make one probably not to go to school. When your mate are paying their school fees, you won't pay money. So people say, you know, all poverty has a lot of. The person will not have, you know, they don't be able to wear good clothes, and etc. Taking care of ourselves too also helps mental health. And so all the factors that promote mental health, those factors we need money, those factors requires money to put those factors in place. So and all other factors, so if there is no money to put those factors in place, then the risk of that person developing mental illness.
One of these is we still want to bring you back as possible, just to talk about drug abuse.
I think we mentioned it the other time.
Our young ones, drug abuse. Because I know you people are very, very busy. Because of our time, we still want to bring you back to talk about drug abuse among young ones, and I think it's getting rampant. Visiting your hospital, why wouldn't they make them abuse the drug? And we will talk about that. Well, thank you very much. Your parting word, Mama, especially the young child.
My parting word is that we should take it easy so that we don't develop mental health issues. As you have rightly said, there's nobody that is free. It can happen to anybody. Another thing I want us to know is that psychiatric hospital is a place of sanity. A place of sanity. A place where our brain is being checked and is being put into a normal state so that it can function well.
Yes.
It's not about that people tag it. It's not about no. About theory thing pain.
I thought you.
Your party was just your party word.
Yes, I just want to, tell the world generally that women, is a very sensitive gender, and then we should show them more love and more support. And then in addition to pay attention to their reproductive health, we should also look beyond their reproductive health and pay attention to their mental health and then to their social, their physical well-being and mental health. That will help them to be able to fulfill the rule of that reproductive group, to be able to fulfill the very best.
Thank you. What a wonderful party word. Psychiatric hospital is not about rain. It's where we train the brain to calm down. And women, we are so special. Please, men, help us. Help us. So that it will be well. Thank you very much, doctors, for coming on the show. We appreciate you. This is how far we can go on this section. When we go and come back, another guest will be around. Thank you.
Thank you for.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom, I see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure he starts every day with a cup of Bonvita. Give your child Bonvita. It contains essential vitamins and minerals that support mental and physical vitality. Bonvita. Prepare them to win every day.
Yes, we're still on the show. Leaving our psychiatric patients and how to handle women, especially the special gender. We said we should go to the streets, we should see the road, check about, because sometimes even when we are driving and you just come and see there is flood, there is everywhere is jam-packed, you see it can affect our mental health too, truly. Because when you stay too long in a car and you are, my children are still in school, before you know it, your mama behave back on. Well, that's why we decided to bring in Engineer A.G. Buni. Engineer, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
How are you? How is everybody?
Thank God.
And how is the road? How is the street?
One thing I've noticed of recent is that at least there are works going on, projects being embarked upon by the state government.
Okay.
Mostly some of the roundabouts, the one at First Bank has been removed and replaced with traffic lights, and then the one at
NEPA there is under construction now, presently.
It's ongoing.
Engineer Ejibuni, want to talk about flooding in Akure. And at the end of the day, we'll discover that the engineers, they have failure. But before I will do that, I want my brother also to welcome you on the show.
Welcome on the show, Engineer Razak.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
So, do you have any question for him? Before I ask my own?
Yes, keep going.
I should keep on going. Okay, Engineer Razak. The flooding, any little thing, in Accra, a small rain like this, there will be flood. Especially, let me give you an example. Ilesha, along Ilesha Road, Tabakoja filling station, come by to one big come by, because doesn't tamoto by.
Okay.
Culverts one bay. But the thing is, our work, you engineers, you've caused a lot of damage. Is it the engineers or the development or the society or the social? What actually is the problem of some roads that we have floods all of them?
Well, it's a very complex situation. When the government puts a facility, it is supposed to be used by the road users. In the course of time, what you don't expect begin to happen. How? When there is flood outside the city, where there is no road, or all these villages and all that, or anywhere there is no road and there is flood, tires will take all these mud. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And as they go into the city, they gradually drop all this mud on the road. If you look at Ikoba and that Total, that road also is under construction. Anytime it rains, that portion that is still not constructed, you notice that vehicles passing will carry this mud. You will see that the mud moves as you are moving, you see that the mud,
Moves through.
it goes through as far as those filling stations as you are going. Even when it does not rain, you just discover, I'm on asphalt road, and yet there is so much dust that you have to wind up. So you see, now, the issue of desilting our drains, you know, we've been campaigning on this for quite a time. And I noticed that the government is gradually tackling this area of ensuring that our roads are not, our drains are not blocked. For example, if you go to Alagbaka, that is the government area, you will notice that as you move towards the dome, they have desilted all the drains there. The chutes have been desilted, and in fact, the place now is being given a new facelift. There is a curb, there is a asphaltic paving going on.
Engineer.
Yeah, then you see other roads too. So I believe they are taking them in batches. Once they are through with that, they move inward into the city.
Engineer.
Yeah.
Some engineers constructed these routes.
You are very correct.
So does that mean that they not have the foresight of knowing that a time is coming when the water that will be passing that drains will be more than what it should be? Or what is the maintenance culture that we need to do? Because before it will take the government to come back to this area I'm talking about now, it will take a long time, and before you know it, the flood might have. So I think it's the failure of on the side of the engineers that is making this thing.
Thank you, my presenter.
Thank you, sir.
Most times people point accusing fingers to engineers, as if engineers are the problem of the society.
You are.
No, we are not.
Okay.
We are not. I will tell you.
Explain.
I will tell you. A road is designed for a particular period of time. Every road has its lifetime, just as we human beings have lifetime. Because as we are growing, the city too is growing. More people are coming in, the city is enlarging, and so on. And respectively, you see the traffic volume also increasing over time.
Don't you have a foresight of doing it?
You know, that is where I'm coming in.
Okay.
Everything works together. If you want to put something that will last for 100 years, the issue is, does the government have the capacity to do that amidst varying demands, health, agriculture, you know, commerce, and all that, industry? You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, if they will use all the budget on just putting a road that will last 100 years, what about other areas? Now, the engineer is there to advise the government. That is why, thank God, in those days, they will just choose a commissioner to be, you know, who is a lawyer or who is an accountant to be a commissioner for works. But the story now has changed. Thank God for the new government now.
Okay.
The new commissioner is an engineer, Engineer Olaoye.
Okay.
The PS is also an engineer. He is
Okay.
a career officer and has grown to that level. They are there to advise the government. And let me tell you, man, changes are coming in gradually. You know, it's natural for we human beings. At first, I was actually criticizing this government. Yes, that Kini, what are they doing? It seems as if they are not, you know, meeting the. But let me tell you, man, if you go to all these axes I'm talking about, you will know that the government is out. As I speak to you, the road to Futa now, that is so bad, they are already there cutting all the potholes, large potholes, you know, to fill those areas. You see, the problem we have mainly is that we don't have maintenance culture. That is the real problem. Because one thing is that even in your house, if you build your house and for years you don't repaint it, even you yourself will not even like the house. Why do we need to change our dress? It's because we are trying to maintain our body.
Now,
Why do we rub cream?
Who needs to maintain? Is it the public, the government? You know, at least I find it in front of my door. Should I be the one to go and start packing the drainage?
There are areas where it is the responsibility of the government to do it. For example, the public, like if you talk of Obadeshida Road now,
Okay.
you know that place is market, business centers and all that. It is the government that will do all those disciplines because number one, it is too heavy for an individual to do such. So it is the government. And ideally, if we look at the framework of everything in the government, it is supposed to be the local government that should be doing all this work.
Do we have local governments?
Maybe we have Akure South local government. We have Akure North local government. The government should saddle they also have departments meant for this. Even in the state ministry of works, there is the section there that is for maintenance.
Okay.
But most of the time, the maintenance that is focused upon is mainly potholes areas. But most times, the drains are most often overlooked. People just assume that, okay, when it rains, water will always wash all these things away. So you get what I'm saying? So I believe with what the government is doing now, and with what I saw in Alagbaka, that government area, they are already at
Speaking
it.
from what you just said,
Yeah.
in construction, are there no provisions for maintenance? Or is it deliberately excluded from the contract bill?
You see, if you include maintenance in contracts, you have made that contract an open-ended. That is, the contract has no terminal.
And it's a contract.
It's a contract.
Must
When you
terminate.
give a contract to somebody, there is commencement date and there is the completion date. His own is to provide that facility. Another is to have departments that regularly maintain these roads and maintain these drains.
And are we saying there are no departments in place to help maintain this
That is
infrastructures?
That is what I'm saying. For example, in Ministry of Works, they have maintenance.
Are they really maintaining the thing?
And the issue is, will they maintain if they are not empowered? You know, if you bring laborers out, you get what I'm saying? To come and you give them, let me tell you, in construction now, if you bring laborers out to come and desilt your drain, you have to pay them per meter from here to here. You get what I'm saying? Now, we can notice that most of these little sand on our road, there are women that have been saddled.
Yes, to sweep them.
Early in the morning, you see them sweeping. It is all these things they are sweeping gradually because over time, if these things are left there, they find themselves as the wind from the tire blows these dust, it ends in those drains. And before you know it, the silt will begin to build up. And when it rains, you see that there is no way for the water to pass.
And Bijuni, we have problems. There is problem.
Of course.
What is the solution?
You see, the solution is the government should saddle the departments that are responsible for all these things, saddle them properly.
Please,
with
can you
funds.
start the solution with the engineers?
Okay.
Yes.
You see, with engineers, people talk about us most times. Somebody who is well read in engineering, you know. And somebody who is not well read, you know. From their presentation, from their composture. That is why we say, stop patronizing quacks. No government will employ an engineer that is not educated in that field, that is not registered with the various bodies like Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, and even COREN. COREN is the regulatory body. No government will employ anyhow person. That one is out. But the issue is, this department should be saddled with that, you know, the department responsible will be saddled with the responsibility of not only patching the roads with asphalt, but also to look into drains, cut the grasses, and then desilt those drains.
Okay.
Which I say, as I speak, if you drive through that roundabout at Oda, that government roundabout, this goes to Oda, this one goes to Nepa, and this other one goes to Igbatoro. If you look at that Igbatoro axis, you see that they are desilting those drains and making those things good now. So I believe the government is taking all these, you know, they can't tackle the whole thing at once. They have to start from somewhere. And that is why we, the society, should be patient with the government. Because, one, we are lucky now with the present government because they have the right people at the right place now. It is one thing for an engineer to be advising a commissioner that is not an engineer. It is another thing for him to have the feel of what his subordinates is telling him and take action. But as it is now, the commissioner is an engineer, the permanent secretary in the works department is an engineer. So they are there at least to make sure that the government does not fail. Then.
A rí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tó kàn máa ń kígbe ni pé ẹ má da títí, ẹ má da kinní sójú títí o, ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń dí kinní kan lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn ò da nǹkan sójú títí o, àmọ́ nǹkan ń dára ẹ̀ sójú títí. Kí la fẹ́ wá ṣe? Torí solution gangan ni ká wá. Bàbá ṣe bẹ́ràn wí, bóyá ká bẹ́ràn wí. Bí ìjọba náà bá ṣe ń ṣe tiwọn, ìjọba míì wọ́n á dẹ̀ la àwọn ibì kan, wọ́n á ní àwọn máa ṣe, ẹnu wa máa ṣe iná ni, láì ṣèkúrọ̀ ojú ọ̀nà. Ó ti yé yín. Ẹ bá wa sọ sí i.
Sherry, in making the society.
Ṣé ẹ lè sọ Yorùbá ni?
Tá a bá fẹ́ kí àwùjọ wa kó tòrò, gbogbo wa la gbọ́dọ̀ dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Kì í ṣe government.
Mi ò ń ṣe engineer bàbá yìí.
Kì í ṣe government nìkan. For example, ọ̀nà tó gbá wájú lé mi sìn, kí n máa dúró de government kó wá bá mi ṣe.
Àwọn kan gan kọ́lé wọn gbẹ́ gọ́tà síwájú lé wọn.
You are very correct. These are some of the things the government should look into. You know, in those days, you know, before the government, kí government tó ráàyè máa wọ inú lọ, sọ pé kò sọ́nà tó máa ṣe báyìí tí drain ò ní sí ńbẹ̀. Tó ń bá fi drain sí gan, there will be disaster. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí, there are some roads tó bá ti ń wọ inú lọ wọ̀nyẹn. Ṣé understand? Even kò síbi tó ń gbé ọ̀nà dẹ́nsìn tí wọ́n fi drain sí. For example, ní Ìgòbà báyìí, I live in Ìgòbà estate. Tẹ́ bá rọ́nà tó ń ṣe síbẹ̀ báyìí, drain ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ tackle kan tó gbé ọ̀nà síbẹ̀. Ṣé understand? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá rí the issue of wípé priorities. For example, ní ọ̀nà yẹn ṣe báyìí, there is a section there tí wọ́n ti cut tanduro the asphalt.
Láti joy.
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni?
Láti joy.
So at least we are hopeful that very soon wọ́n wá fill up ibẹ̀ yẹn. In fact, tẹ́ bá lọ gbogbo Ọ̀dà yẹn, there are so many places níbẹ̀ tó ń ti cut asphalt tó ń dẹ̀ ti ń ṣe gbogbo desilting wọn. Tẹ́yìn gan bá drive níbẹ̀, you will be happy that you have used that route. So gbogbo kìíní wọ̀nyẹn, I believe from what I see, they are taking all these things bit by bit. And I know, and at the end of the day, you will see us, all of us, smiling. Yes, I believe so much strongly now in what they are doing.
Ká tó smiling yẹn, kó má dé wípé omi ó ti gbé wa lọ tán, kí ló wá yẹ ká ṣe o gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwa ẹ̀mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwa báyìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, tá a bá ti ká má máa da àwọn kí nǹkan sí inú drain wa, sínú gọ́tà, ṣebí gọ́tà làwọn èèyàn mọ̀ sí.
Gọ́tà ni
ká má máa da àwọn oríṣiríṣi pàǹtí. Àwọn ẹlòmíì believe wọn ní pé àná wọ́n ti rí pé òjò ti ṣú, gbogbo àwọn compound wọn àti ewéwò àti kinní o wá dà sí inú gọ́tà. Ibi tó ń kó kinní wọ̀nyẹn lọ, ṣe wọn pé ẹlòmíì lè da nǹkan míì sínú gọ́tà ní Ìgòbà estate báyìí. Ibi tó ti máa dáhùn ní Alágbàká, ibi àwọn fìwàṣayé yẹn, torí gbogbo drain yẹn ló collect gbogbo all these things. Ibẹ̀ ló ti máa dáhùn. Ìgbà míì tẹ́ bá dúró níbẹ̀ báyìí máa ráwọn pàǹtírí oríṣiríṣi ìgò rubber plastic bottle nǹkan ó máa kún bẹ̀ gbogbo eléyìí tó ti harvest on its way from various she understand.
Engineer.
So then at times no the government should take the action in dredging some of these drains tó tóbi yẹn o tó bá gbé dredge àwa wọ́n lè dredge gbogbo ẹ̀ so that omi yẹn ara yìí máa rọ́nà lọ.
ilé ìtàn ti ṣe tó jẹ́ pé ó kéré wọ̀nyẹn.
kún expand for example tẹ bá ń lọ ní Òkè Ìjẹ̀bú ń sìn tẹ bá ti kúrò ní Edo Lodge ẹ máa rí big gutter kan ìgbà gbogbo wọn máa ń gbé dredging machine wá síbẹ̀ torí ibẹ̀ yẹn is one of the major drains tó ń drain gbogbo ohun tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí Ministry of Works títí wá sí ibẹ̀ yẹn tó ti kọjá gbogbo àwọn ọjà kéékèèké wọ̀nyẹn.
ó dà engineer ó dàbẹ̀ pé Túnjí ní question kan tó fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín.
Engineer, observing this menace of infrastructural decay, it always starts small and gradually then become a major issue.
You are very correct.
Do you, as the chairman of the Institute of Civil Engineers, make regular inspection and make recommendations to the government?
Yes, we do. For example, we as Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, we are a division under Nigerian Society of Engineers. Any observation we see, we take it to Nigerian Society of Engineers because they are our umbrella body. And then from there, we write a position paper to the government that these are our observations. If the government will look at it.
Now, to another question.
Yes, sir.
After making this recommendation to the government, how responsive are they to these recommendations you make?
Have they always be responding quickly, or they will just drag it the way Tunji is dragging that question? You know, understand? Are they responsive?
That is what I said initially. When you have a square peg on a round hole, when, for example, a PS is the most senior person in a Ministry of Works,
yes.
When he goes to somebody who is not an engineer as his Oga, Commissioner of Works, sir, these are issues. Oh, the man may not really see the effect and the damage of what he is telling his Oga. But when the Commissioner of Works is an engineer, you see that what his subordinate is bringing to him, he sees it also, and they take action. His own is to take the matter to the governor and say, sir, if we don't take this action now, because I am observant. Each time I drive on the road, I watch what I see, and it goes there to my record. So when the time is there to bring what I have seen out, I bring it out.
You bring it out.
Yes.
Okay, dear viewers, wherever you are watching this program, we are talking about engineers as the people that are, you know, I don't want to say it that way because Mr. Big Junior has always said that most of the time we want to say that the engineers are at fault, or is it the society, or is it the way we are growing, and we are trying to marshal out those things to know that we need maintenance culture. Now, how can we build on our maintenance culture before we allow you go on the show this morning, sir?
The government must deploy, you know, machines that can do all these things easily. You know, like not using manual approach to all these things. For the bigger drains that carries most of the runoff in the city, you see most of the time they deploy these dredgers there, a dredging machine to dredge them and widen those the river courses. All drains. Well, there are new innovations now. Okay. There are machines that you just place it. Somebody is driving, it moves in, pack these things and put it at the back, and before you know it, it will have covered long distance. So that is one thing I would advise. If they can get, if you go to Lagos, there are a lot of things you see there that, in fact, will fascinate you. Really? And when I traveled to Kano too, what I saw there, I'm beginning to see it here.
You said something earlier, Bear, that we should stop following quack Engineers.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you people gave them certificate that this one no na engineer. So
No.
how we go come take no quack engineer?
Okay. If you want to do any engineering work, call us. We have
Who be us?
either Nigerian Society of Engineers or Nigeria Institution of Civil Engineers. For example, we have archive of civil engineers in the state. Those who are registered, those who are not registered, those who are qualified, those who are not qualified. Are you getting what I'm saying? If we don't find your name on the list, it means you are a quack, professional, doing what is not his own field.
Pretending to be a professional.
Pretending to be a professional. For example, if you want to award contract to somebody to come and maintain your road, and you give it to an architect, or you give it to a builder.
He's an engineer too now.
He's not. Engineers are engineers. Architects are architects. Builders are builders. For example, builders are even closer to engineers
than architects.
Yes, but the architect is only for buildings, draw the buildings. And even they themselves too, they work on the external aspect of your house.
Okay.
How you can, you know. But if you want to give these works and still protect that facility, look for an engineer. Now, the way you recognize a quack, somebody doesn't have certificates and he doesn't have number.
But he has experience.
I'm coming. If you engage somebody and say, come and do this thing for me, and he says he's an engineer, just ask him, please, what is your number? Or just collect his name. Call us. Please, this name, do you have him on your list of engineers?
Because I won't build house, so make it not be say.
Within 30 minutes, they will send the reply to you. We don't know this person.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Because everybody has a number. And that number, the use of it is that if you handle any project, the only way that that project is traceable to you is through your number.
Number.
Yes.
Hey.
Once they just mention that number, your name will appear.
Okay. Last time I asked you about disposal of our refuse, and Tunji, I think you want to ask that question.
It seems one of the major causes is the people's attitude towards waste disposal.
Very, very correct.
Do you think the government should do more in waste management and enforcement?
Yes. In that area of enforcement, the government should hammer on it. For example, along that Obadeshida road, government also even have this waste management department. Their own is to come out and take all those refuse, all these dirty around the markets and beyond it. In doing this, they are to buy diesel into those vehicles. They are to do all manner of things, maintain those vehicles. So there should be some little levies on those people throwing these things. For example, if you have your refuse, bring it to the road. By the time they come to you, they should have a paper having the list of all these people who use those areas.
Engineer,
and they just pay some little things.
Most of you
see, most of the time, the issue of, the government, before they can work, they need money. Apart from the allocation from the federal government, there is something we call IGR. That is internally generated revenue. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
All these things also go a long way. If all these funds are properly appropriated, you will see the result. Okay, for example, asphalt that is being laid all over the place now. Go and price how much a ton of asphalt is. And you see all those places are looking very neat. Then you will know you have the consciousness that you are in the city. When I went to Kanoma, what I saw almost made me to shed tears.
No, carry Kano come Nigeria, come Akure.
That is why when you travel, you are on learning spree.
Yeah, we just what you just said now. We all travel from outside the country, this country. We see the way they dispose their refuse and other things. Do you think we can get to that stage? You know, you said something. Bring your refuse to the road. Before you know it, some of the refuse will drop on the road. At the end of the day, there will be rain. It will take it back to the drain and other things. And you say, and I did not dispose my refuse in the drain, but some of my refuse decided to dispose itself in the drain.
Very
You understand? So do you think we can get to that stage of, you know, you drop paper somewhere, you drop the dirty one somewhere, and all that, and they will come at the appropriate time to pick them?
You see, we are getting there gradually. You know, around this part of the world, we can say we are not yet there. Are you getting me?
Yes.
In Japan, on that road you see, Obadeshida Road, if there is any vehicle that is causing obstruction, because they have a lot of
CCTV cameras.
yes, that covers. Before you know it, they have deployed a helicopter with a heavy magnet.
Pick
It
it
will
up.
just come down and pick up that car with the owner, and they just go and dump it where they feel it should be. So I believe gradually we are getting there, but we can't get there at once. If we have successive governments who have the mind
So
to really develop. You see, I see one thing in the new governor now.
yeah.
You see, everyone who comes wants to do new things, abandoning old things. If we have to discuss that one, in fact,
That would be another day.
Another day.
Okay, Tunji, please quickly just ask your question before we
So-
go on the show this morning.
Engineer Razak, sometimes most people blame the engineers for infrastructural failures. Will it be too much if your society or institution make public enlightenment a weekly priority on TV or radio?
Well, it's good.
It's
We
good,
can
but
do
you
it.
don't have money, Abi. That's what you will say now. Engineers won't low rí àwọn bí banker ni wọ́n wọ́n kì í lówó. You don't have money, but you want us to do something. So what do you think?
It's a very good idea. You see, where people, you see, the Bible says, my people perish
Perish for
because
lack
of lack of knowledge.
So what
There
have you
must
been
be-
doing?
You see, you see, for me to drive here this morning now, you know how much it costs.
Well, if we ask you to pay for this show you are talking on now, you know what it will take.
Exactly. But you see, it's a collaboration. If you collaborate with us, I'm ready. I have people in the house, so it has to be 50-50. If you bring me here, we share the burden. Are you getting what I'm saying? But if you are waiting for her, okay, it is very cost. For example, if you are to charge us
Yeah.
for coming on the show this morning, you can imagine the humongous something you'll be saying we should pay.
But will you make it a point of duty to at least go, if it is to go to the marketplace, you know, churches, to propagate this gospel of
You see, presenter, what I want to suggest is this. If we go out like this program, if there is a way it can be repackaged in a way that when we are talking, we can flip back to some short clips, videos that are recorded around town and see activities of what is going on there.
okay.
It will better enlighten those people. They can see it raw as it is going on. Even the issue of what we are saying about what is going on in Alagbaka. Some people may not pass that side for months. But by the time they sit down before their TV and they see those things going on there, they might advise again. Those people who are involved in construction, they should tidy up the road also.
Okay.
Because in the course of construction, they can put debris inside those drains.
Drawings too.
Two. And then before you know it, oversight, they will leave it and go.
Now, engineer now.
So
now
all
still
our
in the street.
supervising engineers should make sure they look at all this and make sure what they are leaving there is a neat road,
Okay.
neat asphaltic road, neat drains, neat chutes, and all that.
Thank you very much, engineer. Wow. But I also want to suggest to you when you go back to your
Our society.
tell them that maybe you should have a timetable
Featuring at least, if it is once in a month.
once in a month on television show. Apart from that, maybe if you have time, send people out to the market, to the church. Even if they are, I know there are pastors among you, let them preach the gospel of how our society is going to be good. Not just saying, I am an engineer, I know what to do and other things. You cannot do it alone. We need to do it together.
I'm happy. Most people are listening now.
And
So
they are
we
watching
need
us.
you too to support us.
Thank you
Drop
very
money
much.
in our account.
Okay.
So that
This is how far we can go. Thank you very much today
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
coming on the show. Dear viewers, wherever you are watching us, it's Miss Grill. I know you must have gained something special today. Oh yeah, before we go, Ashogmo, oh yeah, your parting word, your signing off show.
Thank you for being a part of today's show. I'm very sure you picked one or two things. You know your contributions, you know what you should do, and you know the role of the government already. Ensure you play your role while the government plays theirs too. Thank you.
Name you tell them your name now.
My name is Olatunji Ashomo.
Torí tó bá dáràn kan lè mọ̀ pé ìwọ ló dáràn o torí. Thank you very much. This is how far we can go today on the show. Thank you for being part of this show. Next week, by the grace of God, we'll be coming back again. A very big thank you to our producer, Femi Ayekomilogbon. Thank you, sir. On the next week, when we shall be coming again. My name is Chioma Ogungbero, saying you have a nice time. Take good care of yourself. Bye.